I'm here to make an argument for heart rate training. And it's funny because I think it's important to realize that these tools sometimes are not 100% accurate. So let's throw that argument out the window right away. Let's pretend like it's a little bit off. That doesn't matter as much because the error is probably constant. And then the error in the result, and anything we do, there's going to be a room for error. But the point is that isn't that more accurate than anything else anyways? So if you're telling me you're not 100% accurate, then there's no reason to do it. If you're thinking about this, might as well just shut this off right now because that's the wrong mindset to begin with. And you guys have heard me say this already. So let's assume that you have a proper mind and you're adjusted, well adjusted to approach this goal. First and foremost, looking at your heart rate provides valuable feedback. It gives you the ability to adjust your training in real time and adjust it for your goal. It can provide clear and effective way to monitor progress. For example, if you exercise at this certain speed, over time your heart rate should be coming down and you should be able to exercise at a more intense pace at the same heart rate. So that's a method of tracking progress anyways. But let's say you have a fat burning goal. Yes, burning fat and utilizing fat is not the same thing. You guys have heard me say that before, but it's interrelated. So you can still optimize your intensity. You can still see improvements by focusing on fat loss when that is called for. And if you're following the hierarchy of fat loss, which you guys have heard me talk about before, imagine that after you get the first four things, that the fourth thing, I should say, is becoming more efficient. Yeah, it doesn't have as much of an effect as becoming more efficient in nutrition, for example, but in itself, that's providing that little bit more of effectiveness where it comes to doing your low intensity cardio or whatever it might be, right? So the argument is that you could get into these training zones and you can burn a greater percentage of fuel as fat. And then overall you can lose more fat because you're already in a calorie deficit, because you're already doing your resistance training, et cetera, et cetera. Or maybe your goal is performance and you use your heart rate monitor to improve your performance, right? The whole point is that this heart rate monitor can help to govern and regulate your training. And it can also help to reduce the chances of overtraining, which some people are liable to do because they come in and they try to do all zone 4 and zone 5, like really high intensity exercise. And then they don't have the ability the metabolic flexibility to use the other fuel sources. So I think there's an argument to be made here to utilize heart rate training and utilize it in your programming. So if you're not already doing it, I think you should start to incorporate it.